Hey, folks, good morning and welcome to another episode of Steelers Morning Rush. I'm Alan Saunders. It is Thursday, April 10th. The Pat McAfee big night has come and gone, and Aaron Rodgers still a free agent, as I think most of us expected, but certainly got a lot of extra attention on Pat's show, which is good. And seemed like everybody down there had a good time, but no quarterback. And we'll see where that goes from here. Not hearing anything new on that front. Do want to talk more about TJ Watt. Smitty and I discussed it a good bit yesterday on Afternoon Drive. His little deuces Instagram post. What does it mean? Are we supposed to be reading into it? Of course we're supposed to be reading into it because it's what you do in April when there's nothing else going on. And Ian Rappaport, engaging in a similar discussion this morning on NFL Network, said that he thinks this is the sign that things are not going well between the Steelers and TJ Watt in the contract negotiation. I'm here to tell you I don't buy it. For one, I don't think the Steelers and TJ Watt have even really entered a serious part of discussions about his contract extension. The Steelers generally do not talk about those kind of contracts at this time of year. Omar Khan is focused on the draft. They've hosted pre-draft visitors the last 2 days. I believe they're hosting pre-draft visitors again today with Shedeur Sanders at the Pittsburgh airport yesterday. They are still working on a contract with Aaron Rodgers. This is not the time of year when they're generally focused on extending their own players. The one reason to do that would be a desperate need for salary cap space, which the Steelers also don't have. So when I talked to Omar about this at the NFL owners meetings last week, he did not seem like someone who was, in a hurry to get this deal done. So I don't think this is something that has even been a front burner issue until right now. And how far apart could they possibly be? Like, let's break down the contract idea here. Danielle Hunter from the Houston Texans signed for almost $36 million a year earlier this offseason. Myles Garrett set the market at 40. Well, we know Watt's better than Hunter. There's like a maximum gap between 36 million and 41 million that is even plausible, right? Do you get one more than Garrett? Do you give him the same deal as Garrett? A little bit less than Garrett? Definitely more than Hunter. Like, how bad could things be? It's April 10th, and the farthest apart they could be is about 5 million. Now, maybe the Steelers don't want to sign him at all. I guess that's possible. Maybe the Steelers said, hey, we're just not going to do a contract extension. Okay, I don't buy that. With Omar saying publicly, we feel very confident that TJ Watt's going to be a Steeler for life. Why would he say that if they're going to tell the player or his agent, yeah, we're not going to do a contract extension with you this offseason? I don't buy it. It doesn't make sense. So, I mean, I don't know. Is TJ unhappy about something? Certainly possible. I'm not gonna say that he's not. I just have a really hard time believing that, like, somehow there's been a breakdown in contract talks that have at best barely started, and also are not even plausibly that, like, there's just nowhere to put them. You look at the contracts that have already been paid at the position. The only options are you put them between $36 and $41 million, or you're not interested in signing TJ Watt. Those are the only options. And if you're not interested in signing TJ Watt, or you think you might not be interested in signing TJ Watt, you don't say on the record publicly, we want to make him a Steeler for life. So it can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. Just everybody chill out for a minute. Whatever it is, we'll see. But I mean, I can't fathom a circumstance in which things have gotten so bad between the Steelers and TJ Watt on April 10th that he's in any way, shape, or form seriously contemplating not being on the team this fall. I don't buy it. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'll be glad to be wrong if that's what happens. But from my seat, I think that can't be it. It just can't be. There's just nowhere else to put him. And it seems like the Steelers want to do business with him. It seems like the Steelers are willing to play in the current market at that position. I don't know what other. I mean, look, there can be lots of contractual hiccups. There can be things that TJ wants that he, does he want a certain amount of guaranteed money? Does he want to beat a certain? Does he care more about having more guaranteed money? Does he care more about beating Garrett's number? Does he care more about being the highest paid player on the team by a certain metric or whatever? I don't know, whatever. There's lots of things that a player can want or demand or ask for, and certainly there's give and take and push and pull about, okay, well, you can get this, but then you can't have that, and whatever. But I have a really hard time on April 10th seeing like fundamental disagreements to the point of talking about exiting discussions that have, like I said, if they've started, have only barely just started. It ain't that. I'm pretty confident. Now, this doesn't mean they're gonna resign him, but I expect them to, and I really don't. Um, I wouldn't have a lot of worry if I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan right now about that process, unless you think paying $40 million to TJ Watt is a bad idea, and then in which case maybe you should be worried. All right, quick episode today. That's all I got. Just want to push back on some of that I saw out there today because like I said, I'm not really buying it. Let's see what happens though, and of course, more pre-draft visitors, all kinds of content at SteelersNow.com today. Go check that out as well, and be back with more with Smitty at 6 on Steelers Afternoon Drive. Until then, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications on the YouTube channel, and enjoy.